Beloved, there is a mystery in the night. When the world grows silent, when the shadows stretch their wings across the floor, when even the dogs stop barking, there are unseen visitors that long to enter. They are not of flesh, they are not of blood, they are not of earth. They are messengers, carriers of light, guardians sent from the throne above. But hear me, not every room is open to them. Not every bed is a place they can rest around. Not every heart is a welcome ground for heaven's hosts. Yes, I speak of angels, those flames of fire, those winds of heaven, those protectors that walk unseen by day and stand guard by night. But I must tell you, there are walls higher than stone, thicker than iron, invisible but strong, that keep them out. You cry, "Where are my angels? Why don't they enter?" But your room is not empty, your chamber is not holy, your space is not ready. 4 things, only 4, yet heavy as mountains, stand as guards at the door, and angels will not fight through them. I see you lying there on your bed, whispering for help, yearning for peace, wondering why the nightmares do not leave, why the heaviness will not lift, why the silence feels haunted. You think heaven has abandoned you, but heaven has not. You have abandoned heaven by keeping company with strangers in the dark. The first thing, listen. The first thing is unholy objects, things you call decoration, things you call fashion, things you call inheritance, statues with twisted faces, charms tied on your wrist, symbols carved on your walls, pictures that carry spirits in their ink, gifts from people who walk in darkness. You call them harmless. You say they are just culture, just tradition, just beauty. But the angels look upon them and turn away. For what is holy cannot dwell where idols are placed. What is light cannot sit where darkness is enthroned. That bracelet on your table, that carved face above your bed, that hidden charm beneath your pillow, they are not silent. They are not powerless. They whisper. They guard, they block. You wonder why the atmosphere feels heavy, because your bedroom is a museum of strange gods, and angels cannot stand side by side with demons. Remove them, burn them, cast them out. Your bed is not a temple for spirits of your ancestors. It must be a sanctuary for the Spirit of God. The second thing, and my heart weeps to say it, is unclean entertainment. What you feed your eyes, what you feed your ears, does not stay in the air. It lingers in the walls. It lives in the sheets. You watch what is defiled, you listen to what is corrupt, and then you lie down and wonder why terror rides your sleep. You fill the room with songs of lust, with words of violence, with screens flashing images not meant for the holy eye. And then you ask, why do I feel restless at midnight? Because your room is a theater of corruption, not a chamber of prayer. Angels do not step where filth is celebrated. They turn their faces away. They close their wings. They stand outside waiting, but they cannot cross. The songs you play call spirits that dance in shadows, and these spirits are jealous. They do not want angels near. Every lyric of poison, every film of lust, every sound of rebellion, these are barriers. And until you cleanse the sound of your house, the sound of heaven will be silent. The third thing, O people, is unresolved anger and bitterness. You think angels only see objects. No. They read the heart. They smell the spirit of the room. And if your heart is a storm, your room is a storm. You lie down in wrath. You cover yourself in hatred. You carry grudges into the pillow. You dream of revenge beneath your blanket. Do you think heaven's guardians will hover above such a bed? No. For they come where peace is built, where forgiveness flows, but where the atmosphere breathes harmony. But when you keep anger alive, when you feed bitterness, when you replay offenses again and again, you create a fog that angels cannot enter. You bind yourself with invisible chains. And in that moment, demons feel at home because hatred is their perfume, bitterness is their banquet, unforgiveness is their wine. Angels will stand at the door with tears, waiting for you to let go, waiting for you to forgive, waiting for you to surrender your wrath. But until then, they cannot enter. The fourth thing is secret sin. The hidden life, the double face, the acts you do when the door is locked, when the lights are dim, when no eye sees. But remember, though no man sees, heaven sees, hell sees, angels see. You touch what should not be touched. You whisper what should not be spoken. You indulge in darkness and think you are safe because no one knows. But your room knows, your bed knows, your ceiling knows, and the angels know. And they will not dwell in a house of hypocrisy. You cannot lift hands in prayer by day and stretch the same hands in wickedness by night. You cannot speak holy words on your lips and use the same lips for perversion. You cannot cry, "Protect me, Lord," while your life is the very invitation for demons to feast. Angels do not step into a bedroom where secret sin is the master. They weep, but they withdraw. They wait, but they remain silent. Oh, beloved, hear me. These four things stand like soldiers at your door. Unholy objects, unclean entertainment, unresolved anger, secret sin. They block the entrance. They build walls. They hang chains from your ceiling. And angels, though mighty, though strong, though burning with glory, will not fight against your will. You must choose. You must cleanse. You must surrender. I see a people crying for help, but keeping charms hidden in boxes. I see a people begging for peace, but playing music that glorifies death. I see a people praying for protection, but sleeping with bitterness like a blanket. I see a people asking for angels, but feeding their lust in secret. And heaven says, remove the barriers, throw out the idols, silence the filth, forgive from your heart. Repent of your sin. Then the angels will come. Then the room will shine. Then your bed will be a place of visions, not nightmares. For when the room is pure, the atmosphere is sweet. When the heart is clean, the space is holy. When the bed is sanctified, angels walk freely. They stand by your head. They guard your feet. They fill the night with peace. You wake up refreshed, not tormented. You sleep in safety, not fear. You dream in light, not shadow. So tonight, before you lay your head again, look around your room. What is hanging on the wall? What is lying on the shelf? What songs play from your speaker? What thoughts live in your heart? What acts do you hide in the dark? These are the things that decide whether heaven's messengers enter or stay away. The choice is yours. Angels wait. Up, beloved, let me carry this flame further. Let me pour the words like rain upon thirsty ground. For the truth is not yet finished. The warning is not yet complete. The burden is still heavy upon my tongue. You may think it is a small thing. You may say it is just a bracelet, just a picture, just a little anger, just a secret nobody knows. But in the unseen world, small things are mighty gates and tiny doors open to giants in the spirit. What you call little is great in the eyes of heaven, and what you call harmless is poison in the eyes of eternity. I tell you, angels are not careless wanderers. They are sent with holy fire, with robes dipped in glory, with eyes shining like lightning, and they do not step into places where the altar of the Lord is desecrated. They move with precision. They move with obedience. They move according to the order of the throne. If your bedroom is a battlefield of compromise, they cannot enter, for they serve a king who does not dwell in mixture. They guard holiness, they protect the pure, they surround the surrendered, but they cannot sit upon a bed that is shared with shadows. Think of it. When Jacob lay down in the wilderness with a stone for his pillow, angels came, climbing up and down a ladder that touched heaven. He was not in a palace. He was not in a temple. He was not in a cathedral. He was in the open field, under the night sky, with nothing but earth beneath him, yet angels came. Why? Because the place was pure, because his heart was hungry, because there was no idol beside him. He did not sleep among statues. He did not hide charms under his head. He lay down naked before God, and heaven opened. Do you see it? It is not the beauty of your room, not the color of your sheets, not the price of your bed that welcomes angels. It is the purity of the atmosphere, the holiness of the chamber, the surrender of the heart. But now so many lie down on soft beds under golden lights, with screens glowing like false suns, with statues smiling from corners, with grudges burning in their hearts, with secret sins tied around their necks, and they wonder why angels are absent. You do not need a prophet to tell you. The answer is written on the walls. The answer is hanging on the shelves. The answer is breathing in your chest. Clean the place and angels will come. Yes, you say, but I pray before I sleep. Yet what kind of prayer? Words spoken while the television still murmurs in the background. Words whispered while hatred still sits in your soul. Words repeated while your hands are unclean from the secret acts of the day. Do you not know prayer is not magic? Prayer is not a cover for rebellion. Prayer is not a bandage over a wound you refuse to cleanse. Angels do not respond to lips alone. They respond to holiness. They respond to surrender. They respond to truth. I see a man kneeling by his bed, yet beside his bed lies a bottle he will drink from tomorrow to drown his conscience. I see a woman folding her hands in prayer, yet above her bed hangs a portrait blessed in a temple of idols. I see a child whispering, "Protect me, Lord," yet on the screen before his eyes flashes violence and lust. Do you think angels will come? No, beloved, no. The prayer rises but hits the ceiling and falls, for the room itself testifies against them. You must understand, atmospheres is everything. What you carry in your heart spills into your room. What you allow in your room spills into your spirit. Angels walk in light, and light cannot mix with darkness. If you want them, create an atmosphere that welcomes them. Light a lamp of holiness, not of wax, but of obedience. Burn incense of forgiveness, not of sticks, but of compassion. Spread a carpet of purity, not of cloth, but of truth. Then you will see them. Then you will feel them. Then you will know they have come. And I tell you, when they come, the difference is mighty. Night becomes peace. Dreams become visions. Fear becomes stillness. You wake refreshed like a child carried in the arms of heaven. Demons that prowled outside cannot cross the threshold. Whispers that tormented your sleep become silent. Shadows that stretched long in the corners vanish. For where angels stand, darkness trembles. Where angels move, nightmares dissolve. Where angels dwell, there is the presence of the Almighty. But until then, the war will rage. Some of you are fighting demons every night, not because God has forsaken you, but because you have invited them. You may not know it, but you have given them legal ground. You have signed the contract with your silence. That necklace you wear That book you keep hidden, that memory you refuse to forgive, that sin you excuse as weakness, these are signatures. These are contracts. These are open doors. And demons are legal creatures. They do not trespass without permission. But angels are holy creatures. They do not enter without sanctification. Do you see the difference? Demons need your weakness. Angels need your holiness. I speak to you with urgency. Walk through your room tonight as though you are cleansing a temple. Touch every wall. Look at every shelf. Ask yourself, does this honor God? Ask yourself, would I lay this at the feet of Jesus? Ask yourself, would an angel carry this in his hand? If the answer is no, throw it away, break it apart, burn it in fire. Do not pity the object that blocks your blessing. Do not weep over the charm that curses your sleep. Better to sleep in an empty room filled with light than in a decorated palace filled with darkness. And then turn inward, for the room is not only outside you but within you. Cleanse the shelves of your heart. Dust the windows of your soul. Throw out the objects of lust, the decorations of pride, the souvenirs of anger, the portraits of bitterness that hang on the walls of your mind. Purge yourself, for you are the bedroom, you are the temple, you are the chamber where heaven longs to dwell. Angels do not only walk in physical rooms, they walk in the space of your spirit. If you are dark within, even if your room shines with candles, they cannot stay. Yes, beloved, I tell you, your bedroom is a prophecy of your heart. The clutter in your chamber reveals the clutter in your soul. The idols on your shelf reveal the idols in your mind. The hidden filth under your bed reveals the hidden sin under your smile. Do not think they are separate. They are one. For as within, so without. And as without, so within. So many want angels to fight their battles while they keep feeding the enemy in secret. They want angels to chase away demons while they are still shaking hands with them. They want angels to fill their room with glory while they themselves fill it with corruption. This cannot be. Light and darkness cannot dine together. Holiness and sin cannot sleep in the same bed. Angels and demons cannot share the same roof. You must choose. And when you choose, heaven will honor your choice. If you choose to hold on to those objects, angels will honor your choice by staying away. If you choose to play those songs, angels will honor your choice by keeping silent. If you choose to hold on to anger, angels will honor your choice by waiting at a distance. If you choose to live in secret sin, angels will honor your choice by letting you walk alone. But if you choose holiness, they will come. If you choose purity, they will dwell. If you choose forgiveness, they will minister. If you choose truth, they will surround you. And I tell you, they are waiting. They are not far away. They are near, just outside the door, waiting for the moment the atmosphere shifts, waiting for the moment the last idol falls, waiting for the moment the last sin is confessed, waiting for the moment the last bitterness is released. Then they will enter like a rushing wind, like a burning flame, like a choir of light. Then your room will not just be a place of sleep, it will be a sanctuary. Then your night will not just be rest, it will be worship. Then your dreams will not just be imaginations, they will be revelations. So hear me, beloved. The choice is not tomorrow. The choice is tonight. The cleansing is not next week. The cleansing is now. Angels wait, heaven watches. Your room testifies. What will you do? Ah, beloved soul, I feel the fire still rising. I feel the river still flowing. I feel the trumpet still calling me to speak, for the burden is not lifted, and the word is not yet dry upon my lips. Do you think 2,000 words is enough to strip the darkness from your chamber? No, for the enemy has built fortresses for years. The enemy has written laws upon your walls. The enemy has planted seeds in your bed, and it takes more than a whisper to tear them down. It takes thunder, it takes lightning, it takes the shaking of heaven's voice again and again until the stones of deception crumble. So I will keep speaking, I will keep pouring, I will keep pounding the drum until the sound of truth is louder than the chains around your room. Listen now, listen with your spirit and not just your ears, for ears may close, but the spirit cannot escape. I tell you again, angels are near, nearer than your breath, nearer than the beating of your heart. They are at the threshold. They are in the street outside. They are in the air around your house, and they long to enter. But the door is not theirs to open. The door is yours. The handle is not theirs to turn. The handle is in your hands. And until you turn it by cleansing your atmosphere, they cannot come. Think of this. When the children of Israel placed blood upon their doors, the angel of destruction passed by, but the angel of protection entered in. Why? Because the mark was pure, the mark was holy, the mark was obedience. But what about those who had no mark? What about those who had idols in their houses? What about those who held on to Egypt while living in the land of promise? The destroyer did not spare them. Do you see, beloved, what you keep in your room decides which angel enters, an angel of light or an angel of destruction. Your walls can be a shield or your walls can be a prison. You say, it is too hard to give up these things. They are precious to me. They remind me of my past. They comfort me when I am lonely. But I say to you, better to lose your trinkets than lose your angels. Better to be lonely for a moment than to be tormented forever. Better to break with your past than to break with your future. What comfort is there in a charm that keeps heaven away? What memory is worth the silence of angels? What treasure is worth the torment of demons that dance in your sleep? Sleep. Throw them out, throw them out, throw them out. Let your bedroom weep for one night over what is lost, but let it rejoice forever for what is gained. Some of you hide behind excuses. You say, it is just art. You say, it is just a song. You say, it is just a habit. But listen, there is no just in the spirit realm. Every object has a voice. Every sound has a spirit. Every habit has a master. What you call art may be a window. What you call music may be an invitation. What you call a habit may be a chain. Do not let the smoothness of excuses blind you. Angels see beyond the surface. They see the thread of bondage tied to the object. They see the demon leaning on the music. They see the darkness feeding on your habit. And when they see, they step back, for they will not share space with filth. Do you think angels are desperate? No, beloved. Angels are not beggars knocking on your door. They are warriors of the King. They are messengers of the Most High. They are flames of holy fire. If you do not welcome them, they will not argue. If you do not cleanse, they will not force. They will wait until you are ready, or they will move to the house where the altar is burning. And how tragic it is, how bitter it is, to know that while you are tormented in your sleep, your neighbor may be surrounded by hosts of heaven because they cleansed what you refused to cleanse. And what of anger, that poison hiding in your pillow? You call it justice, you call it self-respect, you call it memory, but angels call it darkness. You say, I will not forgive, they hurt me too much. But do you not see, while you hold on to your anger, The one who hurt you is free, and you are the prisoner. Your room becomes a jail, and your bed becomes chains. Angels look upon your bitterness and weep, for they cannot pour oil where fire burns. They cannot bring harmony where your heart breeds war. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgive not because they asked, but because your soul cries for release. Forgive not to excuse them, but to invite heaven. For every act of forgiveness is a door opened, and every act of bitterness is a door closed. And what of secret sin, that thief in the shadows that whisper in the night? You think you are clever, you think nobody knows, but your sin has a voice louder than your prayers. Your sin testifies against you when angels approach. They hear it crying out from your bed, from your hands, from your breath. They hear it and they cannot come near. Do not deceive yourself. What you do in secret is not secret. Heaven sees. Hell sees. The angels see. And the proof is the absence of peace in your life. You say you love God, but your actions invite his enemies. You cry for angels, but your lifestyle builds walls against them. Stop hiding, stop covering, stop pretending. Confess, repent, surrender. The angels are waiting for the sound of honesty. Beloved, the night is long for those who lie down in darkness. You toss and turn, you feel heaviness pressing on your chest. You hear noises in the silence, you sense shadows in the corners, and you call it stress, you call it fatigue, but it is the absence of angels. They are not there because the space is not theirs. They are outside because you have chosen other companions inside. And until you change your choice, until you cleanse your room, you will remain in the grip of torment. But imagine a room cleansed by fire, a bed covered in prayer, walls singing with worship, shelves emptied of idols, speakers echoing with psalms, a heart washed in forgiveness, a life surrendered in holiness. Imagine what will happen then. Angels will not only enter, they will dwell. They will fill the air with peace so thick you can breathe it. They will guard your body like soldiers around a king. They will turn your dreams into ladders of heaven. They will chase away every demon that once called your bedroom home. And you will rise every morning not as one who merely slept, but as one who encountered heaven. This is your destiny. This is your inheritance. This is your promise. Do not let four things steal it from you. Do not let idols silence your angels. Do not let entertainment corrupt your chamber. Do not let bitterness choke your spirit. Do not let sin build walls higher than the heavens. Tear them down. Tonight, not tomorrow. Now, not later. For angels are waiting for the moment the door swings wide. And when that moment comes, you will know it. Your spirit will leap. Your heart will burn. Your room will shine. You will feel the brush of wings in the midnight. You will hear whispers of peace as you close your eyes. You will wake in the morning with joy unexplainable. And you will know heaven has entered. Angels have come home